Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. These three cards have just come out for you. We have Sword Princess Air Palace, Sword Queen Libra Throne, and Cup Prince Pisces Chariot. Okay, here's the Sword Queen's like the mother energy or the queen energy, not necessarily it's like the parent energy going, okay kids, Sword Princess and Cup Prince, we're going to do this. So it's a sense, here you are with the Pisces Chariot coming in, Pisces, and it's like there's a very mature and logical part of your brain that is really kind of working on some new ideas, dealing with some new emotions. There's some things that are kind of happily bubbling away here. And it feels like it feels like there's a guiding, mentoring energy around this. Something new is being developed. So it feels kind of, very protected. It feels like, okay, it's your turn. It's kind of like you've been shown something, and now the universe is going, now it's your turn to do it. So it's kind of like there's a teacher energy by your side, or a guide, or however you want to present it. That's kind of where it's a very balanced approach. It's very measured. It's kind of like you're being shown how to develop something in your life, and the universe is very much, there's like support here for this. So this is, really fabulous energy to come through, Pisces. So this reading is for April the 1st through to the 15th. So I was thinking about Pisces season. April the 1st through to the 15th. And I was just thinking, it's kind of interesting because we have the Sword Princess, the sun. I was thinking about how you've just had the sun in your sign and you would have got your solar batteries charged up with that. And there's something that's come in with this being energized. It's kind of being re-energized in some way, that there's an idea that has formed. Like, I can do that. And it's like, yeah, I can do that. I think I can do it. So there's a lot of messages coming through with this as well, with the Cup Prince and the Sword Princess. They're both pages. So they bring messages like solutions or new ideas, messages for your heart. There's a lot of things coming in, but it's all about moderation and balance. And so there's a very, like I said, there's a very sensible voice that's coming through with all of this. So Pisces, this reading is for Pisces Sun, Moon and Rising. What else came out? The King of Wands. This is the real Aries energy. So we are in Aries season. So it is for Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it kind of gives you fills out the picture of what's going on for you. And it's a general reading, Pisces. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through for you. Crossed by the 8 of Cups. Okay, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to be doing this anymore. So how can I do what it is that I want to be doing? So that's kind of what's coming through. The 2 of Swords, there's two sides to this picture. The Hanged Man, so kind of thinking of putting something on hold, or interesting. The Fool card in the recent past, the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you are thinking of going and studying again, or doing some kind of short online course. Ooh, Ace of Swords, you are ready. You're pretty clear, actually. The World card, understanding that something is completing. The 8 of Wands. I keep getting like completed. There's completed cycles, but there's completing studies as well of some sort, or completing projects. There's completing things. And that's kind of why we've got the Sword Prince and Sword Prince, Cup Prince and Sword Princess. They're kind of the equivalent metaphorically of two teenagers doing an exam. So it's a sense of or completing an assignment or a project of some sort. There's an assessment energy around this. So, you can apply that to what is it that you feel like you're completing at this moment in your life. And there's kind of this pressure to finish it, and there may be some kind of judgment around it as well, or how did you do? And here you are, the Moon card. That is the Pisces card in the deck. So I just want to pull one more card around this. Wow, look at this Ace of Pentacles. And here we have the Queen of Swords coming in twice. So this is kind of you getting the green light for something to go ahead. You're definitely getting the green light for something to go ahead here. And it feels very like it's new. You might be, it's either starting off small or it's a new kind of energy that you haven't really had a lot of experience with. So it may be that you're working on ideas or learning new things that you haven't learnt before, or you're putting yourself in emotional situations where you can feel a bit apprehensive, but it feels new. For whatever reason, it's a new atmosphere and you're learning a lot emotionally around this. So again, it's a sense, it's very, with the Sword Queen, I keep getting like study, university, the legal system, like fairness needs to be really important. There's an impartiality around all of this. So the situation is the King of Wands. So this is, what do I want and how do I take action? I'm formulating a vision here of what that is, but things are kind of growing. We are crossed by the Eight of Cups, which is, I don't want anything, that is not fulfilling me. I don't want to go down that path. So it's kind of interesting because it feels like you're searching for fulfillment here. At the moment, it feels like you can't necessarily, for some of you, it feels like you don't know what you want. So that's, again, the sense of, I don't know what I want. I don't know how to get it. And so, but I feel like there's another side of you as well that does know, but it's clouded. So it's kind of interesting because there are these new developments, but at this moment that say it's coming through, we can see the new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Like, you're clear, you're ready. But there's still a sense that with the King of Wands crossed by the Eight of Cups, it's like, I want to make sure that this is what I want. So there's confusion around what you want. It's basically like, I know what I want, but then I don't know if that's going to be fulfilling for me. And so then it needs to have both aspects. It needs to be something that's mentally stimulating or stimulating my, like, working on my communication skills, but it also needs to have the emotional fulfillment next to it. So it's like you're kind of working both things. And it's kind of interesting with the Two of Swords, we can see the two different sides here. You're seeing its head and heart and finding the balance between those two things in terms of what it is that you're wanting here. And so sometimes with the Two of Swords, you can see both of those sides. Intuition might be telling you one thing, logical brain might be telling you another thing, your heart might be telling you one thing, rational head might tell you something different. And you can kind of, in a weird way, it's good to see both of those perspectives, but also it can lead you into a state of indecision and inaction as well. And that's what it feels a little bit like here. It's like, I'm trying to work out what it is how I'm moving forward and what I'm doing, but there's a little sense of something is potentially stagnating. So it's saying not to wait too long because these energies are developing inside of you. And it needs the support. It needs kind of like the go-ahead, the green light, the yes, I'm going to be doing this and working on this. And the more you kind of let it sit and stagnate, the more it's going to you're going to lose the opportunity. So interestingly, with the Hanged Man energy, and this has got a lot of Pisces in it as well, the Hanged Man, it's around looking at something from a different perspective. And what I love is, you can see that there is that golden circle around the character's head. It's kind of seeing things from a different angle or different perspective brings answers and can bring enlightenment even. And here we are seeing in the Sword Princess the idea being enlightened. And it's something small, like I said, it's a solution that's coming to you to a problem that you're feeling a little bit like stagnant or stuck on at this moment in time. So it's kind of interesting because like I said, there's the Fool where there's something new that has come in, and then it's very much a sense of there's a new energy that's come through, but I don't know if I want it, or I don't understand it. So the new is kind of the Fool is kind of saying, take a chance, initiate something, start something new. And there's a part of you that's kind of really resisting that until it makes sense, because it kind of doesn't make sense if you look at it straight on, but you have to kind of look at it from a different angle or listen to a different voice. So, and then you can move into it. But then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is this is potentially like Like I said, it can be study of some sort for some of you, but doesn't have to necessarily be. But it's a sense it's around skills that you have to offer, and becoming more, it's a mastery of that skill. There's an opportunity to kind of level up in some ways. And so this is all around how you're feeling valued, and how there could be a group project that could be associated with this. You're working with other people, trying to make something better, make something of beauty in the world. It's a sense that you kind of called into action here with this Three of Pentacles. There's gifts that you have to offer the world and skills that you have to offer the world that the universe is wanting you to kind of get involved with. and so this is kind of where the stagnation ends, and it's saying, okay, even if there's something, a part of you that says, I don't have the experience, I don't have the skills, I don't have the know-how, all those little things that kind of tells you can't do it, or you don't have the ability, or you don't have the confidence to do it. They're all things that are being worked on. So the other thing is that there is potentially, if you're feeling like this is a little bit out of your league for whatever reason, or out of your skill set, there's someone around with this Queen of Swords that can actually help you, someone you can bounce ideas off. So that feels really good. And here you are, the Ace of Swords. So this is you coming in with this kind of very clear idea, but it's kind of like it's a clear idea, but you don't know exactly how to do it, or how to step into it, or what decision to make around it. So the Ace of Swords is like you potentially could be sitting on a really brilliant idea here. But it's also saying that you've got a really good mind. You've got a really good intellect. So use that. And we've all got different strengths. So we've all got things that we're good at inside of our mind, but it's saying play to your strengths, your intellectual strengths. Something is asking you on the element of air to kind of be smart, or to use your brain in some way, coming through with this new opportunity that's starting small but needs to be developed. So that's why I keep getting study and graduation, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that. But I do feel like you're working with other people, honing a skill or a craft, and you're learning a lot in the process. So we've got, interestingly, in the recent past, it felt like something started, and also in the energy surrounding you, got the World card, which is something completing. So there are cycles completing and ending, and it's kind of like I do feel like there's a little bit of resistance about stepping into the new cycle. But the World card is saying, yeah, there's been a cycle. There are things ending and completing around you. So hopes and fears, the Eight of Wands, part of you wants this positive shift and change, a very strong new focus to come in, a positive new direction. But the other part may not want this. So that could be a hope or a fear. Very clear communication is kind of a thing that's coming in with this. The Eight of Wands is very clear and direct. The Ace of Wands is very clear and speaks its truth as well. So this is you in the situation. So, wanting clarity with the Ace of Swords coming through. So your outcome, you've got the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles, and this is kind of realizing that this is an opportunity for you, because the Moon card represents Pisces in the major arcana. This is probably a big opportunity for you here that's coming in. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is, something that is grounding into reality. And it's kind of like, trust your intuition with this, and trust that this is going to form, even though it may feel like for some of you that feels a bit clouded at the moment. So I do feel like there's, there potentially your head is saying yes. That's the thing with this Queen of Swords. The Moon can represent fear and confusion sometimes around a new opportunity that's being presented to you. But here we've got the Queen of Swords, and her head is above those clouds of fear and confusion. And once you kind of get your head in the right place, quite literally, then you'll be able to give yourself the go-ahead, the yes. But for the moment, there's a few things that are kind of potentially could be clouding it at this moment in time. So it's, working towards the go-ahead and stepping into a fantastic new opportunity that is being presented to you here with the Ace of Pentacles. So let's see what's coming in. We've got... But I love this, actually. This makes a lot of sense. Everything I touch is a success. I now establish a new awareness of success. I know I can be as successful as I make up my mind to be. I move into the winning circle. Golden opportunities are everywhere for me. Prosperity of every kind is drawn to me. And we're seeing that here, where you're presented as the moon and here's the opportunity for success. And you're kind of touching it. It's successful. So it's kind of like, you know, the answers and solutions are there. The prosperity is around you. So it's kind of saying, yes, the answers and solutions are there. You've got almost like the Midas touch at this moment in time. So any kind of fear or hesitation about it, make the most of this opportunity of having this successful energy around you, which is really fantastic. So let's have a look at, let's pull a charm to finish this off. Ooh, okay, we've got the key. You've got the key. And this key represents cycles, transitions, because it's kind of an ever-looping cycle. That's the symbol inside it represents, that. And we can see that the moon represents cycles as well. And the Fool represents an ending. The World represents a new beginning. The Ace of Swords represents a new beginning. So there's new opportunities here coming with the new cycles, and especially with the moon cycles. And it's like you have the power to unlock this. You really do have the power to unlock these opportunities that lie inside of you. And so, yeah, you've got the key. So what you want to do with the key is entirely up to you. But yeah, you've got the ability to unlock these opportunities that is coming, unlocking success. So that's it, Pisces. That's it. So yeah, really. And I'm kind of getting what I was getting with this is it's not necessarily purely about money or like work. It can be, definitely. But it's like, you know, you might be making a cake and it's like the best cake you've ever made, or it's like you book a party or something and it's like, you know, a really successful party. It can be anything. So it's kind of like, where do you want to put yourself to use at this moment? What do you want to bring in? Because it's potential for success. So that's it, Pisces. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now and see what's coming in the near future with this sense of using your skills. So there's a sense of utilizing, learning, using your skills, mastering an art of some sort. And let's look at where this opportunity that's coming up for you is going. Let's go to the future beyond and look at that. So that's all in the extended reading. Also going to ask any extra intuitive messages or clarifiers. And we're also going to tune into career, money, love, and relationships. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. And I usually pin the link to the comments as well. But if this is where we're leaving each other, Pisces, please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, because that lets YouTube know that you support the channel and helps with the growth of the channel. And take care.